Before you retire, there are 3 questions that you want to have the answers to. And the only way to get the right answers is to ask the right questions. And working with a lot of people just like you about to retire today, I'm going to talk to you and give you those 3 questions that you want to be asking. And then I'm going to talk to you about the ways to come up with, or what you need to put together to come up with the answers. And if you're not able to come up with the answers on your own, well, then you might want to get some help. If your current help's not helping you or giving you these answers, well, then you might want to find some new help. Also, stick around to the end. The 3rd question, it's a question that a lot of people aren't asking, aren't getting the answer to, and it can be the most costly and impactful one of your retirement. For those that are new to our channel, my name is Scott Sierens. I run a retirement planning and investment management firm where we help families and individuals, people just like you, understand when they can retire, how to maximize what they can spend in retirement, and how to minimize the taxes that they pay to the IRS. If those are areas that you need help in, you can go to lifemoneyshow.com and click on the Work With Us tab. All right, question number 1 that you want to ask and have the answer to before you retire is, when should I take Social Security based on longevity, retirement savings, and survivor benefits? That's right. All 3 of those should be incorporated into this decision. Social Security is going to make up a huge part of your retirement income. When you decide to take Social Security, it can make the difference between hundreds and thousands of dollars of retirement income over your lifetime. It can make the difference of whether or not you can maintain your lifestyle in retirement. It can make the difference of, will your spouse be okay once you retire? I find a lot of people are making a big mistake when it comes to Social Security. In my opinion, the big mistake is just claiming Social Security based off of a longevity calculation. It doesn't take into account all the other factors as well. That's why my question went from longevity to also say, based on longevity, retirement savings. You see, retirement savings is going to play a big role in when you take Social Security. You take Social Security too early, and if you don't have enough in your retirement savings, well, you might have to then reduce your lifestyle because it's going to put way too much pressure on your retirement savings lasting through your retirement. Maybe you've got a lot of retirement savings. No matter when you take Social Security, it really won't matter because your retirement savings, you'll never run out. In that case, maybe you do want to take Social Security a little bit earlier, so that way you're getting the most back out of what you've paid in to the Social Security benefits. The last that I mentioned there in my question was survivor benefits. You see, if you're a married couple listening to this, if one person passes away, you only keep one of the 2 Social Securities. You keep the higher of the 2. So will the remaining spouse, will the surviving spouse be okay if one person passes away? So what can you put together to help you understand when to claim Social Security benefits? We call this, what we put together for our clients, is an income plan. You see, what an income plan does is it's going to look at all of your sources of income: Social Security, pension, retirement income, retirement savings, brokerage accounts, other investment accounts. It's going to look at all of these sources of income, and then it's going to put them together kind of like a puzzle and stagger them, so that way it can help maximize your overall income that you'll have coming in retirement. So it's going to put them all in the right order, understanding how much you can take from each one to help maximize the amount that you'll have coming in to be able to spend in your retirement. That's called a retirement income plan. That's going to help really finalize those dates of when it might be best for you to collect Social Security. You see, putting all of this together can help maybe maximize your benefits by hundreds or thousands of dollars. And just to quickly wrap up on this one, it's important that you ask that full question, because you see, if you just ask, when should I claim Social Security benefits, someone might give you an answer, or you might just be finding an answer based on longevity. So question number 1, important to ask that full question. When should I take Social Security benefits based on longevity, based on my retirement savings, and if I'm married, based on survivor benefits? All right, the second question that you want to make sure that you have the answer to before you retire: how much can I withdraw from my retirement savings each year and make it last? I get it, right? This question sounds like a no-brainer, but unfortunately, I find a lot of people don't know the answer to this question. They're not getting help with this question. if you think about it, this is a really crucial question, because what is your retirement savings for? What did you save all that money for? I'm guessing to use it, right? And here's the deal. You can't take it with you. So you can either spend it or give it away. And this is where I find that people need to have a really clear answer. Get a clear picture. How much can you withdraw each and every month and make it last? Is it $1,500? Is it $2,000? Is it $5,000? Is it $6,000? What is that answer for you? Because giving you that clear picture will help you understand what type of lifestyle that you can live in retirement. Well, again, I find a lot of people don't have the answer to this question. Now, here's what we put together for our clients when it comes to this. So think about your situation and maybe what you need to put together. But we put together what we call our retirement income guardrails. First off, having that number that we know that we can withdraw and make the money last. But here's the deal. We all understand the stock market's not perfect. It's going to have ups and downs and more ups and more downs. And so what I find when meeting with new people is that those downs in the stock market, that can really put some fear into people's minds, because when the market goes down, they kind of, if they're managing things on their own, they feel like, oh my gosh, the market's going down. I have to stop taking income from my accounts. Otherwise, all of my money is going to run out. So they just kind of flat out stop taking money. But you see, that's not the case, because again, the market has, while it has downs, it has ups as well. What we've found is putting those guardrails in place gives people that license to spend. So as I mentioned, ups and downs. Now the market has downs, right? So let's just say we hit the lower guardrail, meaning an account value that we set up in advance, knowing that if we hit that account value, we might have to tighten the belt just a little bit. But you see, it's not shutting off the retirement income faucet. It's not turning everything off. It's just making some adjustments, knowing that there's the other part of the guardrail as well. And when our account value, when the market goes up, our account values go up and we hit the upper guardrail, meaning hitting the upper account value, that we can actually take out more. We can spend more. We tell people, hey, we've hit that upper value. Now here's the new value, the new increased value that you can spend each and every month and still make your money last. I've found having this in place, really, one, it gives all of our clients the answer to that question. But two, if you're a saver, and we work with a lot of savers, I find that if you're a saver, someone who's just always been used to saving money, it becomes really tough to spend money in retirement. It becomes really tough to see money come out of your retirement accounts. It really becomes really tough to see money come out. Maybe that account value go down sometimes because you've taken a withdrawal from your retirement accounts. Having a system in place can really help a saver. It can help give them that license to spend. So question number 2, how much can you take out of your retirement savings each and every month or each and every year and make it last? Crucial question, because that's what you've saved the money up for, is to be able to use it, to be able to spend it. You can't take it with you, so you can either spend it or give it away. Now, before I get into the third question, which I told you is the most costly one in people's retirement, if you're enjoying this video so far, you want to see additional videos about retirement content, retirement planning, how to help minimize your taxes that you're paid to the IRS, about Social Security, subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we're coming out with new videos each and every week on retirement topics just like those. All right, let's talk about that third question that you want to ask and have the answer to before you retire. Here's the question. What is my retirement savings going to cost me in taxes, and how can I help reduce those taxes? Retirement savings, that's just a broad word, but let's just say you have a 401k, IRA, 403b, 457. Those are all considered tax-deferred accounts. You have not paid taxes on any of those accounts yet. So, for example, let's say you have $1 million in a 401k. Do you actually own $1 million? Well, no, you don't, because again, you haven't paid tax on that money. So you might actually have $950,000, $900,000, $800,000, $700,000. It all depends on what you do about taxes. Here's the other thing about those accounts, what I call the retirement tax surprise, meaning required minimum distributions. You see, all of those accounts are going to force you to take money out of them starting in your 70s and then throughout life after that. Those are called required minimum distributions. That forced income that the IRS is forcing you to take out, that is all considered taxable income. And so that's going to add to your future taxes as well. So here's why this question is so important, because I find a lot of people don't realize that those required minimum distributions, when added on top of your Social Security or a pension or rental income, all of that combined, next thing you know, your taxable income in the future and your tax rates in the future might be actually higher than where they're at today. So here's what we put together for all of our clients. Here's what you need to put together to come up to the answers to this question. First, it's putting together a tax projection and then incorporating tax strategies. Let me talk about a tax projection. What that is it's going to project your taxable income for every year, starting with this year and then throughout your future. So what's your taxable income this year, next year, the year after that, in your 70s, in your 80s, in your 90s. And what it takes into account each and every year is maybe right now you've got employment income coming in. Maybe there's years where you retire, you have no income coming in. But then maybe you start Social Security, you've got a pension, you've got rental income. Oh, and then you go in your 70s and now you've got your required minimum distributions coming in as well. So it's going to look at all those years of your life. It's going to say, okay, hey, based on that, here's where our taxable income is in the future. Here's where it is some of these years. Here's where it's at today. And then we can say, where does that sit from a tax bracket standpoint? Knowing all of that, you can start to incorporate different tax strategies. Strategies like, are you putting your money into the right bucket? Maybe you should be using the Roth 401k versus the regular 401k. Next, maybe you should be looking at Roth conversions. Maybe charitable strategies. Maybe from a family standpoint, you should be looking at family tax bracket management, some gifting strategies that you should be taking advantage of. All of that's based on doing the tax projection, then using that tax projection to put the right strategies in place for your overall situation. Folks, what you do about this one, asking this question, getting the answers to this question can help keep more of your hard-earned retirement savings, that 401k, that IRA, keep it in your account versus giving it to the IRS in taxes. This question right here could potentially save you hundreds to thousands to tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars throughout your retirement. Now, all of the answers to these questions are a key part of our retirement planning process. You see, the questions don't even have to be asked, but that's why I want to bring these up, because you have to ask the right questions to get the right answers. And if you're not getting the right answers, you could potentially be leaving money on the table. Now, if you want help with the answers to these questions, you can go to lifemoneyshow.com and click on the Work With Us tab. Again, if you found value and benefit in this video, you want to see additional videos on retirement planning topics, subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we're coming out with new videos each and every week on how to help minimize your taxes in retirement, how to help maximize your Social Security benefits, and what you can spend in retirement, so that way you can maximize your retirement story.